All right, guys, so if you're tuning in to watch this, we've got 15 minutes left in this. Stream did go down, unfortunately, but we're going to go ahead and post the last 15 minutes in a VOD. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say. I've still got Z here with me. We're going to try and make the best out of this, but this will be posted up on YouTube. I'll try to stitch it all together what I can. Again, I apologize for it. But to tell you where we're at, we've got Greg up front, followed up by Colin. We've got Davis and Skills. Oh, it looks like Skills actually was ahead of Davis. We've got Lipo, then Davis. Then we've got Chase and Kokow who are battling it out. It looks like Kokow just made the move on Chase. We've got Dwyer. We've got Wody, Peasy, Gleno, Nubular. We've got Slush with Fusion, Easy Pro with Fusion. So a couple of Fusion boys battling it out right now. We got Capybara, then Sweat literally dripping, Ryan Rand, Manuel with Solitude. We've got Beverage with ABC Customs, or AB Customs, I'm sorry. Panic Rev and Frazier, and it looks like Paco's our only DQ. He unfortunately did jump the gate. We're going to follow, let's take a look at Colin and Skills. The Skills makes the move on Colin. Oh, and Colin, a little mistake there. That's going to force him to on-off where Skills can just quad out. Oh, and Skills makes a mistake.
Oh, question here is how fast can Skills close that 11-second gap?
Oh, I don't think it's going to take him too long at all.
Greg has been moving.
For a second. You're right, he has. But here's the thing. Greg also had a gap earlier, and as we watched Frazier go down there.
Yeah.
But Greg had a good gap in the beginning, and all he has to do is take it easy, and that's probably what he's thinking right now. You know, he sees I've got a big gap between Skills, and look at that, 11 just closed down to 9.
Oh no, Frazier almost got Skills away, but all good. Moved out of the way.
And it says it's a 10-second, but I don't feel like it is. Skills is literally in the same rhythm. Going into the beginning of the rhythm that Greg just came out of, I don't think it's a 10-second gap. I think, could you check and see if Skills has cuts?
Find out.
I think that's what's playing into it. Which, if that's the case, that actually might play beneficial for Skills here. As Greg's going to think, all right, I've got all this room.
Skills has, as of right now, about 4 seconds of cuts.
Okay, that makes more sense, because I was about to say, he's only about 6 seconds back, comparatively. You know, as Greg just crossed the line, Skills just crossed the line as well. So, yeah, that's going to be the big factor there. Yeah, they're in the same, yeah, he's cut that rhythm section in half. And they're in the same corner, just like that. So that gap is cut down tremendously. I'm sure Greg's watching that. He's not checking behind him as much. So he's going to look and he's going to think, and this is what my mindset would be. I've got a couple seconds of time here. If I could just hold that gap out or keep it above X amount of seconds before I have to turn it on. And before you know it, and look at that quad in from Skills. Quad through that whole section. He only hit 2 faces.
That is absolutely crazy.
And that's what I'm talking about, is he makes a mistake trying to cut the inside. But look, that time is getting cut down. Greg's going to look up, he's going to see the gap, and he's not going to think, oh, this guy's right behind me. He's going to think, this guy's 7 seconds back, and I'm holding him off. But look, they're a jump apart. So once Skills does make the move on him, it's going to force Greg to, in turn, be the more powerful guy. He's going to have to at least stick right to his backside. We'll see. We'll see if it happens. As Greg has a couple of lap riders that he's got to get through. We see Slush off the track. He went down a minute ago. As Skills quads in. He's going to make the move on Greg right now.
Oh, and Ryan. Greg holds him off.
Greg does. It looks like lap traffic. He had nowhere to go. And there it is. The skill makes the move on the lap rider. So Greg now knows, okay, this guy's right on my ass. I've got to do something. As we see the alternate line choice play in effect.
I think the whoops are going to come down to jumping or... Oh, here we go.
I don't think it's going to be the whoops. I think it's going to be right here. Skills tries to take that inside line. There's the infamous Skills wheelie through the whoops. and Skills makes a mistake trying to quad in, and Greg's gonna hold on to it.
That is such a big line.
It is huge.
Skills is just spin and trying to go. He lost some
Yeah.
time there, but
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but that is a huge line, Z. The quad through there is, who thinks of that? Oh, is
now
Greg?
if I'm doing the math, Liposek went into this round with the red plate. He will leave with the red plate with how they run right now.
Okay, so Lipo has to place ahead of Skills.
Yes.
Okay.
They have the points because Skills and Greg both missed round 1 at Finland.
Well,
So
technically,
go ahead.
technically, Lipo is behind Skills. It's Cuts that's playing the effect, so Skills has to get a little bit of a gap. So if Lipo wants to keep that red plate, he's gonna have to get ahead of these guys, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or he's gonna have to at least be right there within that five,
Going
6 seconds.
going into this round, they had a 47-point gap. So Supercross typically will give you about, I believe it's 25. So it's going to be a little bit for, Skills goes down.
Again, I think
It's
he's
going to
just
be,
having fun and sending whatever he can here, honestly.
oh yeah, these bikes, and that was the whole point of the series, to kind of just have fun. Like, it's a fun race. It's hard with certain people kind of riding around you.
Yeah, no.
But these bikes are fun once you learn them because you can do unrealistic, so to speak, things in alpha mode.
I
So
gotcha.
we'll see.
Yeah, I meant to ask you that too
So
while I have you here with me is what was it that really sparked you to say, hey, I'm making setups for this game. I've got, what, you just passed 2,000 people in Discord?
I did, yeah. I just
You've
passed
got
2,000 people.
2,000 people in Discord with you. You're making setups. Everybody in this game knows who you guys are. What was it that sparked you to say, hey, I'm not doing enough. We need to run an electric bike series?
Honestly, we were all just screwing around one late Friday night, just having fun with the team, and we just were like, hey, let's join on the Stark. We went on the JV's track, and it was kind of fun. Like, we were kind of having a blast. At this point, none of us have ever ridden the Stark, and kind of just took off. And I was like, you know what? Let's like go on. At this time, it was A2 was the hot track that just came out. We went on to A2 and just had a blast. And there was talk within the team, and they were like, hey, why don't we like host a series? Like, no one's done it. Got me thinking. I sat on it for a little bit because I have some experience of running series, and yeah, kind of just sat on it and was like, you know what? I would love to be the first person, see how it goes, and then kind of just took off from there. And honestly, I'm loving the amount of signups. I mean, signups are great. I'm still, figuring some things out because this is my first series I've ever ran my MXB with. So there's a lot of trial and error involved, but we're getting there. I got help from Dugan at HSM loaning me deadies and teaching me the ways on how to run it, which I prefer no one else. Obviously, he's tied in with AEO and
Dude,
doing all the Amster stuff. So
Dugan has been, back in the days when he was on, I can't even remember, but back when they were running that series, that was like my first real series getting into. And I'm going to take a quick break from talking about this really quick, as Skills has made the move on Greg, and it looks like Lipo has made the move on Greg as well.
Skills goes down.
Oh yeah, Skills did go down. And Lipo has made the move on Greg. So Lipo is back to second. But that happened about a half of a lap ago. I wanted to bring that up while we were doing this. I definitely didn't want to interrupt you. But yeah, dude, we definitely appreciate it. It is something that nobody's done before, and it's been a ton of fun actually commentating and broadcasting for you doing this. I'm
Yeah.
sorry to you guys that are tuning in and having to watch it this way. I wanted to do the live broadcast, but this has been a blast. It's fun recording. We can lean back a little bit. We don't have to focus as much. Granted, I love talking to you guys in chat. It's like my favorite
Yeah,
thing on the planet. But
we got a fun group with us. I mean, granted, we're not the fastest race team, but I have a lot of good guys on my squad, and it's always an enjoyment being in a voice call with us.
oh yeah, well I was talking in general chat for stream. Um, Apologizing to those guys. No, it's always fun hopping into your VC and and just talking with everybody. Seawalk, Wody, Lipo, you, even getting in there with Benny at times. It's a ton of fun.
Yeah,
And
it's a blast.
but but yeah, no, I was wanting to say, like, as much fun as it is streaming these and broadcasting these live, I'm happy I could take a step back this time and do it on YouTube. Unfortunately, internet was not having it. I don't know what was wrong with Streamlabs, but Streamlabs kept crashing on me. Um, whenever it come to the actual racing live segment. Um, but we're gonna go ahead and record this as Lipo is trying to make it back up to Greg. As Lipo gets into a lapped rider and goes down, Greg's gonna hold on to it. Meanwhile, Skills just marching out front. Let's follow Skills for a second. I'm trying not to hang on him too long, as he does have the lead right now and he is growing. I want to watch battles, but the way this kid rides a bike is insane. If you watch him, he's throwing whips, he's leaning it, and the bike's doing exactly what he wants it to do, and it's something that nobody else can do, quite like he does. So it's a
Yeah, no, he's mastered the physics of this game. There's no doubt about it. He pulls things out even during aerial races where I'm like, holy cow, like he just hit that.
yeah, and then you combine it with how nimble and light these bikes are. Like you can be straight up Ronnie Mac in the air, tap the brake, and you're doing an endo if you're not careful.
Yes, these bikes are very powerful if you, so to speak, adjust it, brake tap, or give it gas. It's very snappy. Very snappy.
But yeah, I thought that was really cool whenever I saw that you were doing the electric series. That was it was something that definitely piqued my interest. I know a lot of other guys in here. Obviously, we got Skills, Greg, Lipo. We've got a bunch of Solitude boys in here, and then we had all sorts of guys, High Society Motorsports, that lended a hand to you. And what I was starting to say is, there's nobody like Dugan to learn how to host or to reach out to for help or any of that. Uh,
Yeah,
with the
he's done
amount of
amazing.
experience he has, yeah.
He literally, we've talked about it, and I was like, "How'd you learn?" He's like, "Dude, I'm all self-taught. I had to figure this out when I hosted the factory series." And I was like, "Holy cow, you're making this easy for me." And even at times for me, I'm a little confused. What do I do here? He's, I can imagine what his shoes were like. But Skills gets in with a lapper, puts him over out of the track right before the finish. I think that's going to allow Greg to kind of close up the gap here. Oh, is that Greg right there? Oh no,
No,
sorry.
Greg's a little bit back. He's about he just hit the Supercross triple. So Greg coming in the line now. So that's gonna give Skills still has a good lap there. It's very manageable. I'm more interested in watching Lipo catch back up to Greg.
Yeah,
Cause I want to watch that red plate holder go right back up in a second so he can at least hold on to those points. So for me, this is a ton of fun to kind of watch these guys ride. I'll be honest, you've ridden with me. You know I'm not that great. I
yep.
can't. I'm not a race guy. I'm a ride guy, and like I try. Like you're. Whenever you guys look in on this, if you go through my channel, you'll see a I've got a segment started that I never really surpassed anything into Road to the ARL. I'm still 6 seconds off of these 250 guys times, and I'm burning the track up. I feel like so it's rough
Yeah, it's
trying to qualify for something like that, without, mastery. Like I'm
oh,
getting better,
absolutely.
but everybody else is too. So it's good to finally watch these guys race the way they are and kind of learn from them and take away what you can.
Yeah, having a few top pros on my team like Aqua, Lipo, I got Seawalk, I got a lot of heavy hitters. Um, it's kind of depressing for me because I feel like you said, I'm burning the track up, and I'm feeling good in practice. And that previous week, I'm like racing with them all week, and then we go into the aerial event for whether it's Supercross or MXBGP, and I get my doors blown off. I'm like, dude, this is why I don't even race. Like, I'm satisfied being a team owner at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know exactly how you feel on that, dude. Greg, by the way, just hit that quad line that Skills was hitting earlier. He's finally taking that
Holy
line.
cow!
But yeah, no, and the crazy thing, dude, is those guys on your team, Seawalk, Aqua, all of those guys are so fun. Lipo, Um, they're fun to hang out with. Like you wouldn't know that they're pros in the game. They're
No.
just normal guys having fun with you. Like I hop in.
Oh,
Oh, go ahead.
Lipa with the save of a lifetime.
Oh,
Holy
we
cow.
missed it.
Um, yeah, they are fun, and I try to keep, so to speak. I'm a very stern, so to speak, team owner. I like to kind of have a tight leash, and I preach being humble. You know, I hate, not hate. I don't want to say hate. I'm very against like egotistical over a video game. I'm like, dude, we're just here to have fun. We're here to play the game. So that was another thing why I kind of created the E series is because I didn't want to limit the pros. I didn't want it to be just AM series. I wanted it to be for everybody, and I wanted everyone to kind of enjoy the e-bikes with us because I'm sure pros haven't been racing these e-bikes like at all. I'm sure they've been have no idea how they ride. So I was like, it's gonna be a learning curve for everybody. Have fun, enjoy it. It's not super serious, it is a race series, but at the end of the day, it's just something to kind of relax with, kind of play the game and have something other than just riding the same previous track until the next one comes out. I'm trying to kind of give different flavor in the series and give obviously Supercross as you're seeing. Last week was MXBGP. I think our next round we're running is Fox Raceway or Paula
Oh man,
from TFC. So
Paula's gonna be fun.
yeah, I'm kind of just mixing it up, man. That's what I'm really trying to do. Kind of that way, it's not all favored to a certain skill set because obviously TFC and JV being both outdoors, two different track creators.
Yeah.
Um, so it's fun because I want different people to excel and in different areas and just get that, so to speak, a boost in their ego, I guess. You know what I mean? I want people to feel good.
Yeah. And we're going to go ahead and wrap it there as Skills has taken the dub today. Greg coming to the line now is going to take second. And Lipo, 11 seconds back, getting ready to come to the line, is going to take third. Yeah, dude, it's been a fun. As Lipo throws a good backflip. Oh, there it is. He does go down. Meanwhile, Colin holding on for dear life, trying to take fourth place. Over the Supercross triple. He's got Sweat right behind him. I think Sweat might be a lap down. Yeah, he is. Chase over the triple. Throw some schmees for us. Throw a big whip there, Chase. Oh no, we're going to do a backflip. We'll take that.
Looks like PZ and Ryan did not have a good time in the main event. They retired, looks like early.
Yeah, that's
But
unfortunate.
I can't blame them. 20 minutes of these bikes just whipping you around. I can't imagine it being fun.
Yeah, no, I'm with it entirely, dude. Yo, that was a blast. Would you do me a favor, put in the chat really quick for this, because I'm not gonna open it up with this going on YouTube. Put in chat really fast for me that I've got the last 15 minutes of the race, or I've got the race recorded, and it's gonna be put up on YouTube.
Oh, the server did. Oh, it switched as I was typing. I'll make an announcement.
That's all good.
In the Deddy.
Yeah, that's fine. But no, that's
yeah, B-Rod, it was fun.
Oh yeah, it was a blast, man. I'm excited for next week. Hopefully we'll have Streamlabs fixed. We'll have whatever Twitch was doing fixed, so it won't do that to me anymore. But with that said, guys, that was a ton of fun. It was fun hanging out with you, Z. Maybe we get you into the booth with me next week instead of trying to qualify. We can have fun again. We can talk more about the series and we can go on from there. But yeah, as always, we do appreciate you for hosting this. Guys, you guys watching, thank you so much. I'm going to try to edit in the first part of Twitch before it crashed if I can. And then we'll post this up. This will go on YouTube. If not late tonight, the night of the race, it'll go on tomorrow. I do have some schoolwork I got to get taken care of as soon as I hang up this call. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for hanging out, watching. We'll see you next week live Wednesday, 6 o'clock Central. 6:20, I think, is when I fire the stream up. We'll see you then.